gonna talk about my trip, about like where I went and what I've been doing recently. So basically, I went to Malaysia and Singapore because I had family there, and that's probably like one of the first times I like flew on a plane and went like out of state type of thing, like to another country. The trip is cool and all that, for sure. Like it was nice seeing like culture and stuff. Wish I had my chat like showing up, cause I kind of like deleted a lot of my old like preset stuff because I was planning on transferring to the other YouTube channel. The airplane ride, it wasn't bad, but like I was blessed when I went there on the plane for the first time. I was blessed I didn't have any babies screaming, people kicking on my seat behind me. I'm just like, bruh. But at least it was like the one time though, because if it was like at the beginning, like at the start, then that would have been annoying. I have like a lot of pictures on my phone. I have like a billion photos about what I did over there. Like, look. But before I went traveling, I went to Anime Expo 2023, and I didn't record anything. Like, it was more of just like, I just went and bought a bunch of shit. Like, all this stuff that's behind me, like this whole wall right here, like literally this whole wall right here, it's all from Anime Expo 2023. Except for like, maybe like this poster right here is not from AX20, that was AX 2019. Basically at AX they had like a bunch of signings for like, let's say you want to meet a certain actor or like artist, blah blah blah. And pretty much what happened was, look, this is one of the sign thingies. Like, look, if you know what Kong Shunia is, he's a J-pop band that made the music for Tokyo Ghoul and like Promised Neverland. Like, I have their I had signings from Ancient Magus Bride, like the whole cast, like the director, the animator, stuff. I also have this one. This signature is from Amana. He's like the guy. Damn, I can't find my AX pass. But Amano, he's like the guy that made the Final Fantasy. He made the Final Fantasy art. Another one that I have was from the voice actor for Genshin. His name was Koi Dao. He was the Genshin VA for Albedo. So look, literally, like, this is his signature, Koi Dao. Know him? It's right here. He is the creator of Danganronpa. He made this. Look, Danganronpa. I forgot his name. I'm not gonna lie. The creator. There's a little backstory to this image. He only would sign official merch from Danganronpa, and I was holding a third party, like basically fan art of like one of the girls from Danganronpa 2 game. It was like the gamer girl, like you can see, and I held it out, and he was like, "Oh, is that girl?" While I was taking the picture, it was funny. I have a bunch of fucking shit on the floor, like dead ass. There's just so much shit on the floor from AX that I didn't even like bother to sort. Like, look, bruh, like there's so much shit on the floor that I didn't sort aside from like the wall. Like, bruh, I bought this Ichigo fucking art like poster. I low-key don't want it. I think it's cool because it's not like poster. It's watercolor. That's what's the coolest thing about it. It's actual like painted watercolor. Watercolor. I thought this was crazy. I bought this thinking that I was gonna get to meet the VA of Ichigo from Bleach. I was gonna try to get the ticket to go meet up with him, but there's so many people camping overnight. There was literally like over hundreds of, maybe like 100 people waiting at the venue for the ticket thing, and people were literally camping overnight from the last day of AX because he was there for 3 days, and people were just overnight staying. There's no way I was gonna get a signature. I was like, fuck, because I bought this prior, didn't think like people were camping, and so I have this art right here. If you want to buy it, It's literally watercolor. It's cool. Like it's actually kind of fire. So I mean, if you want it, you can get this if you want. When I went to one of the venues, so I'm gonna talk about this particular day, right? It was like the third day or something. I was going to the venue for Studio Bones. So the people that made My Hero Academia, fucking, you know what I'm saying? They're talking about their new anime called Metallica Rouge, which is like this big world story anime thing, right? I was like, cool, whatever. I was only there to watch the Mushoku Tensei season 2 premiere, because obviously they had season 1 part 2, and then season 2, right, of Mushoku Tensei. I was only there for Mushoku Tensei season 2 because they were premiering the first 2 episodes of the anime, because it didn't come out at the time. Obviously it was because it was in July. So I literally camped there for over 6 hours to watch that, because the venue, it was literally across the street from AX. Like, it was literally another building. I had to pre-fire the seat because they would never clear the rooms. They would never clear the rooms when, like, new shit happened for each studio. So, like, after Studio Bones, which I camped, at that point in time, it was, like, 3 venues like prior to Mushoku Tensei. So, I AFK'd the Bones. I sat through the whole Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 premiere. There were so many motherfuckers in there, bro. I'm not even trolling. There were so many people in the Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 premiere. I had goddamn cosplayers wearing full-blown suits and shit. Literally, just camping. The venue was filled. Even before I pre-fired Studio Bones. Like, it was just filled to the brim. And they weren't letting anybody in. The poster right here. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5. I was literally at the venue. I also got Black Butler Blu-ray DVD. I don't know why they're giving Blu-rays, but they gave me a free Black Butler Blu-ray. I gave it to my brother's girlfriend because she wanted it. So, I don't have that anymore. But, that's the story to talk about. One particular manga that I was reading, and there's like this manga publishing studio thing that, like, talking about, it's called Azuki, right? So, they had like a venue that had like underground anime manga thingies that they had, and one of my favorite mangas that I watched about, it was called Natsume Natsume, right here. This manga, I actually like it a lot. It's like a rom-com where like the guy looks like a villain. This guy's literally looks like a villain, right? But in reality, he's trying to be like a hero to impress the girl, just because he wants to be like there for her type of thing. And yeah, this manga is really good. I like this poster. I was planning to hang it somewhere. Like, I don't know. Like, they had this booty ass fucking manga. It just reminded me of My Hero, and I just never cared about it. Mecha Uday, bro. Like, it's literally some bootleg ass My Hero. Like, I'm not reading this shit. Like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this shit on my timeline. Never. This one's called Turning the Tables on the seatmate killer. And I was just like, huh? What the fuck are they talking about? Seatmate killer. Right? And I read the synopsis on the anime or manga, and it's pretty much this girl would purposely try to get with you to dump you. So it's like Masamune-kun, but it's literally the main character, or like the main girl. She's trying to like get with you to purposely dump you, just to like feel good about it or some shit. So it's literally Masamune-kun reskin. I still have the picture of this girl from Danganronpa. I don't want this because, like I told you, I met the creator of Danganronpa, and he didn't like signing fan art shit. He didn't like signing fan art, and I was getting pissed off. So I didn't know that. So I bought this, thinking he would want to sign it, and then he was like, I only sign official shit, and I got angry. So this shit's going in a vault somewhere, or I'm selling it, like, to a specific booth at the AX, like, Artist Alley. So Artist Alley, like, where you buy all the art from, like, actual artists that drawing and shit. Oh, you gotta head out? No worries. But yeah, so, bro, this art was so crazy. I don't know if you can see it on my camera, but, like, it's basically, like, these you probably seen her art before from Twitter. Her name is like Rosary. Her panel was just always filled with people. I'd had to camp it for like 20 minutes because like people were just billion people were there. Like look, like these bottom two were literally hers. Even this one, these two like right here. Her art was too good. Like it was like worth the cop. The light is messing up this poster, but like it's like the idol one. Like look, it honestly looks pretty good. Here's a picture of me at another venue. Like it looks, the art looks so good. I bought a few of it. It's like the first this row right here. I bought this whole row right there. Like this middle row, it's all her art right there. I was at the high dye booth. I took a picture with the idol. Like look, the Oshinoko. This photo, I thought it was hard. It's like me in front of like the gate thingy. I have a picture of how big the venue was. Like look, this is me waiting, like waiting for the AX to open. Like the whole main hall was filled, like to the brim. And I was just like, what the hell? Like I had to like push people, like unironically push people just to walk through and shit. Of this is like all the loot that I got from AX 2023. I traveled to Malaysia and I traveled into Singapore on the plane, taking pictures, literally on. Okay, I was so surprised. I was on the plane, and I'm just like, they got anime movies on the thing, bro. They had the quintessential quintuplets movie on there. I didn't watch it because I didn't catch up to the show, but I was just like, what the hell? Like, why is it on the plane thing? Like, Malaysia was crazy. I looked. The place was cool. There was like so many. It was so different from Cali. Obviously, like, look, I took a picture of the second tallest building in Malaysia ever. Uh, I was at like this prehistoric area. It was like very like oldish looking area. Like look, it looked like this. I just took some art, took some pictures a little bit. This is like the city of how Malaysia looks like right here. Stuff like that. But look, this is what it looks like when you're like at the booth, or like when you're like at like a market. Cause in Cali, we don't have a local markets. Like if you the only time they would have like these market type things with that, if there's like an actual like venue thing, like 626 or something, where like there's people setting up venues. That's not common in the US for like where I'm at. So like when I went to Malaysia, there were just people having local venues, like lined up venues, and everywhere, and I'm just like, what the hell? Kinokuniya, they had like so many like manga books, like Oshinoko books and shit. I thought that was crazy. They had solo leveling, all that. This mall in Malaysia was so crazy. I forgot it was in Malaysia or Singapore, but malls in Malaysia and Asian countries are so crazy. In like California, I think our biggest mall and shit would probably just be like maybe like 3 to 4 levels, maybe like 3 levels. I don't know where I'm from, but like this mall had like 6 levels, like literally layers for. There was literally a science layer, like a scientific area layer. There was fucking a whole like the designer layer at the bottom, and there was like recreational shit, like Asian malls were just super big. I don't know why, but they're just goated at making big malls or something. I was also at the Twin Towers, right in front of it, with my G Shock. See like me in front of the Twin Towers. For some people, it might bring flashbacks, but yeah. In America, fast food is kind of shit, but when you go into Asia, like Asian fast food, like you still have the McDonald's, the Burger King, the A&W, but they're just 10 times better. Like for some reason, they're just 10 times better. Like I went to eat the black burger, the Korean black burger, in any type of it was like a deal thing. It tasted pretty good. I also ate Nando's for the first time. Nando's chicken, like every EU UK person was hyping up Nando's. I ate a chicken sandwich from Nando's, and it was honestly pretty good. Even though people know Nando's as like a better KFC, I didn't buy the KFC type of like chicken, but it's still good regardless. Jello. I bought onigiri. Like they had like takoyaki, like these venues, these like side markets, like these night markets in Singapore, and it was crazy. Like look, I have a picture of the night markets, literally just tents and like and rows of people walking down aisles buying food and shit for like literally like $1. Like it was really cheap food. Craziest thing is like let's say in Cali you walked over and you saw some stray animals and you're just like, oh, some stray animals will be aggressive. You know, some might run away from you. They just look at you and run. In Asian countries, they're just chilling. Like I literally have pictures of like cats and shit just staring at you, and you could literally pet them and they wouldn't care. Like if I be eating at a restaurant, there's literally dogs and shit just walking up, and they wouldn't care. Like they'd just be looking at you. And one time, my mom, she felt bad for this dog. Like it was literally pouting at us. Like it was just sad. So my mom gave it a bone, and the dog was so happy, and the dog would just kept coming back, just looking at my mom, trying to ask her for more food. And I was like, damn, like. And the problem with these stray dogs in the Asian countries, I think they're more profound to have diseases and just not be taken care of because obviously they're in these Asian countries. It's much dirtier than the U.S. Like that's one thing to highlight as well. It's so dirty over there. Like I literally be walking around. I went to the beach. I literally have pictures of me at the beach and shit. Like literally at the waters of Malaysia and Singapore, and it just be dirty as fuck. Like it's worse than Cali. Like I thought Cali, like in the slums with homeless people, was worse, but it's genuinely worse in the Asian countries. Like it's so dirty. Ate ice cream. Ice cream type snacks in Asia is really good. Like it's like called kachang and shit. Like it was honestly really nice. You guys should probably check it out. What other pictures can I talk about? Guys, I ate McDonald's KFC, bro. Like McDonald's had like a deal for spicy chicken. I bought the spicy chicken. I ate that shit, and I'll be honest, it tasted better than any other chicken I ever tasted from like from the US, like genuinely. I also saw like we went to like a prehistoric area and they had like animals, like we saw this bunny, we saw parrots and chickens as well. They're literally chill as well. Like some chickens will like be aggressive, and like these motherfuckers, like they just walk up on you. Like I was so close to the chickens, they didn't do anything. Like genuinely, I was on the bridge from Malaysia going to Penang. You know, I also did IRL gotcha, guys. Like I'm an actual gamba demon. I gotcha rolled on the machines, and I got like the girl from Quintessential Quintuplets, the girl with the headphones. I don't know what's her name, I don't know what's her name, Mika or something. But the biggest airports in Singapore, like there's like some water. They had like a water like show shit. Like the water would just come down, and there was like a bunch of like sound effects and shit. Like it would be like. I was waiting for something to happen because I thought it was gonna be like a genuine water show, but it was just water coming down with sound effects, and that was like the whole thing to it. I thought there was just gonna be like timed systems of like shoo shoo, but it didn't do any of that. This shit is funny, guys. So one motivation I had, other than like going to like the cool like Celine stores, fucking, I was gambling overseas. Look at me, man. Like, look, I kept re-triggering every second. I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, I think the game, you had to like collect tokens or some shit. And look what happened. So like, I just kept collecting these tokens, and it keep adding up to the top. And then at the end, it would just like stack, I guess. Okay, so I won 222 off of that. So I went from $10 Singaporean to 200 something. Shout out CS:GO Empire. There was no CS:GO Empire there. 8 to $7 USD, and I went to 220 something Singaporean dollars, and it transfers to USD. That's around 180. So I went from 10 to 180 in a span of like 5 spins. Like that's on God. And I went back to the gambling, and I'll be honest, I lost like $30 after that. So I technically have like $130-$140 USD like in profit off of that gambling experience. Like lights, they had like a light show because it was Happy Singaporean Day, and they had like planes and jet planes and shit flying over with like these fucking trees that like light up and had like a light show thing. I think I have. So the whole ass light show with everything and shit. Actual off-white store in Singapore. Overpriced. I'm gonna tell you now. It's definitely overpriced. Thinking about buying some off-white shoes at one point, and they were $300. I was just like, nope, not buying no $300. I can go to StockX and buy it for like 160, cause I don't know why, but Off-White fell off. Like, I'm not trying to be like making fun of the deceased, but R.I.P. Virgil. But it just felt like the brand fell off right after Virgil passed. Like it like accumulated a bit of hype, cause oh, his pieces are like rare now. At the same time, they're just like, yeah, I don't know, the shoes just went down, so that's what happened there. Literally bought salted egg lays. I had seaweed lays, fucking barbecue lays. I mean, okay, barbecue was common, okay, but just so many different things going on there, and I thought it was so crazy. This is one of my favorite lays. It's called tomato style hot pot, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I tried this, and I'm just like, this is fire. So maybe one day I'll come back and get it. I was at Universal Singapore, like January Universal Singapore. I didn't actually go into the rides and shit, but just know that it was pretty cool there. I bought some Nendroids, and I bought like manga over there. So look, I literally had like, I bought Bleach manga. I bought this. It's Roxy. And I bought, I mean, you can tell already, Eris and Roxy from Ashoka Tensei. I bought their Nendroid, right? And I bought Sakuna for my friend. And, you know, I had to do it. But I bought the Shiro Nendroid from No Game No Life, right? So I bought all these. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. The prices are nice. They don't look bad. I took it home, not thinking of anything, until I realized that they were all fake. Apparently, oh, you gotta check for a thingy to say like it's real. Like there's like a shiny like label or something. Shiny label. If it didn't have a shiny label, then it's fake. So I literally bought the whole lineup, all fake. I'm just like, what? I didn't know until then. So all this shit is fake right here. But it's nice having, I guess. Like, I've tried it. I tried setting it up. Some of it's kind of cancer. Like, the pieces sometimes wouldn't fit, or like, it wouldn't be of expectation. But at least it was cool to, I guess it's nice to have, I guess. I bought like the ones with like the best looking art. So look, like Rukia, you know, Kenpachi, you know, the first time when Ichigo went Bankai. The first time, this is like later on in the series, I guess, but this is with his Zanpakuto. And this one, this is, I guess, is like the 1,000-Year War part of the manga or something. So I bought all this, $2. Each book, $2. So I bought like 12, or I bought like 10 or something, 12. And I went home, not thinking of anything. Cool, I bought books. They're fake. They're fake. Like, the publisher is booty, apparently. So I don't care that much because they were cheap. And I just wanted something as a sentiment to traveling. And eventually, when I like buy like a shelf or something, I'll just put it in the back, you know? I thought it'd be cool to just have something as a memory and then just put it in the back of something. So like